Hello, hello. I was really desiring to share my experience in regards to becoming the true self. And, you know, I received a message from my guides, my higher self, my whole self, a couple of weeks ago that spoke of awakening being instant, that it's not a journey. And the more that I have come to understand around this, the more I am in agreement. You know, I have been on a journey to self-discovery for close on 20 years. I had lost myself completely to pleasing, to being who I thought the other person needed me to be or wanted me to be in that moment. So I had no idea who I really was, either as a person or as the self. And I say the self with a capital S. And, you know, my journey through consciousness, through spirituality, through metaphysics has taken me in lots of different directions and learned lots of wisdoms in here that have given me an understanding of other people's experiences and have given me some beautiful experiences of my own through becoming a channel and connecting with other selves that gave me different names because at the time I wasn't able to accept that it was my wisdom. But some of these experiences and the experiences in meditation have been beautiful, don't get me wrong, but they were always fleeting and they weren't really, they were experiences, single experiences. They didn't really lead to my awakening. It wasn't until I started really coming into presence and making presence a priority for me and carrying that presence as much as I can through my every experience, through my day, that I started to see how mind was actually a deterrent, that everything I was learning was actually a deterrent to my awakening. Yes, it was beautiful wisdom. It was beautiful knowledge. It was expansive in that it was opening my mind up to different realities, different perspectives, different frequencies. But I was still in mind. And, you know, outside of spirituality and metaphysics, you know, I've studied the mind and how the mind works. I've studied teachers old and new in regards to deliberate creation. And they all involved learning and mind. And while ever we're in our mind and the mind is taking precedence and we're feeding the mind through feeding it more information, we're making the mind more important and more powerful. It's actually keeping us from our true self, because this mind that we're educating is not the divine mind. The divine mind doesn't need educating. We're educating the personal mind, the human ego. And yes, I learned all the concepts of conscious and subconscious minds, and how the subconscious mind really is the dictator of this human life, because it holds the belief systems that we've been installed in us since we were young children. And they carry the past and different past lives as well, ancestry. But all of that relates to the human. It doesn't relate to the self. Now, this 20 years of learning and experience that I've been on has altered this human. There's no doubt about that. But it didn't awaken me. And none of it really led to my awakening. It wasn't until I started stepping into presence that I realized who I really was. And it's not about mind, it's about feeling. We know our feeling is our guidance system, but we've always connected our feeling with our mind. When we go beyond the mind and directly into presence, into the now moment, through feeling or with feeling, because feeling is the biggest gift that we have. And when we feel direct without mind, it takes us into presence. But in this state of presence, of wholeness, of unity, of connection with the true self, with the whole self, of oneness, our mind is then connected through unconditional love with the divine mind. And everything we've learned is non-existent. It's not there because it's on such a different frequency. That belongs to the separate human. And when we open up through the heart to the divine mind, we have all wisdom. We know, and we know. And it doesn't involve any learning whatsoever. In that place of unity, of wholeness, there is only love. It's so delicious. It actually brings tears to my eyes, just even now, just connecting with it. It's such a beautiful love. Something so much more powerful than any type of human love that I've experienced till now. And through this presence, this now moment, I know unity, I know oneness. And carrying it into my every moment, I'm experiencing myself in others. And this is what true awakening is. It's direct experience with the true self, with this unity, being pure awareness itself, understanding that I am the essence of life itself. I am what is animating this body, what is speaking through it, what is looking through my eyes. I am what is putting my whole environment around me. I am the light that's in my world. And this essence is so pure and so delicious, so all-knowing and omnipresent. It's pure bliss. Awakening doesn't require any education. It doesn't require any learning. Every single person carries this awareness, and yet they're so distracted by learning by the outside world that they perhaps haven't recognized it yet. We are hidden in plain sight or out of sight, but certainly available through the heart, through feeling. Every moment we stop, when the mind stops, presence awareness is right there. So is there a journey to awakening? No. There may be a journey to becoming a more conscious human being. But awakening doesn't involve the human. The human, the body, the mind are tools for us to use to play with in this world of illusion, the world of holograms. Very meaningful holograms, I might add. They're all there for our joy, our pleasure, our understanding of self, but not ourself as a human, not ourself as a mind. And I really believe that this presence, this oneness, this pure awareness, this pure consciousness, pure life essence, pure love is heaven on earth. Because in this state, absolutely everything exists. And we are all powerful. We are the one. The one. And all of my world is only here because of me. I'm orchestrating every single moment of it as the one. And clumsily as the human up until this point of awakening. So if I could give you one gift right now, I would ask you to stop, to become still, and ask yourself, am I aware? And of course you are aware, or you wouldn't hear my voice, you wouldn't hear me asking this question. But then drop the words, drop the labels, drop the stories, drop the body, drop the mind, and really tune in to that awareness. Feel that. May you know this love, this life. May you recognize yourself in it. Big hugs.